Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Beer and Bayonets. Of course, I'm your host, Mo. So it's that time of year again. Everyone's got resolutions. You're probably not going to stick to them. But the good news is, you tune into the channel. I'm going to show you how to stick to them. Stay tuned. Alrighty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, everyone knows it's that time of year. New year, new me, right? Everyone's setting resolutions, and if you waited till January 1st, like most people do, hey, good on you, right? It's better that you set them versus not, but let's go a little bit into depth of them today. So, starting resolutions is easy, right? Sticking with it, obviously that's hard. That's where dreams go to die. The honeymoon phase is always cool, right? But 6 months from now, are you still bringing your gym flowers? Okay. So, James Clear from wrote Atomic Habits. If you guys haven't checked it out, it's a phenomenal book. It's very, very informative. It's nothing you haven't heard before. And the thing is, it's going to blow your mind. It's like the most simple, revolutionary information. It makes no sense. Just go check it out. James Clear. But James Clear says you don't rise to the level of your habits. You fall to the level of your systems. Now, what does that mean? A lot of times we set all these goals, right? We say, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to lose 20 pounds. I'm going to run a marathon. I'm going to go whatever, X, Y, Z. If you don't have systems in place to achieve it, you're never going to get there. For example, if your goal, let's say, is to have 6-pack abs, but your system is to eat 6 packs of donuts, probably not the most effective way, right? It's crazy when I say it out loud. You're laughing, but when I say it out loud, you're like, okay, well, yeah, but that's what you do. That's what we do. And if you don't believe me, there was a study conducted at the University of Scranton, Pennsylvania, that says they discovered 8% of people who set resolutions actually achieve them. 8%. What are the other 92 doing? No, they're catching season 2 of Squid Games, which was awful, by the way. Now, that's in general. 80% of those who set resolutions fail before Valentine's Day. You can look at that one of two ways. The clock is obviously not on your side, or it is. You basically have a 6-week window from starting your resolution to when 80% of people will fail. Now, if you're anything like me, I love my fellow man as much as everyone else. However, if I know that all I have to do is go 2 months, and that puts me above 80% of the population, that's pretty motivating to me. So think about that. All you got to do is stick it out for 6 weeks. That resolution you had, stick to it for 6 weeks. Now, let's be honest. You count Martin Luther King Day, Valentine's Day. Really, it's like 5.5 weeks. All right? Why? Because consistency is a marathon. Motivation is a sprinter. And most of us are just trying to not get winded going up the stairs, right? Stick with it. Little bits, day in and day out. So we're like, okay, we're done crushing your dreams, right? You're talking about how you're probably statistically going to fail unless you really, really, really stick it out for the next 6 weeks. How do you do that? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, right? Start small. You're not going to go into the gym for the first 5 minutes and deadlift a truck. Or do, but I don't recommend it. All right. Second thing, track your progress. If you're doing, let's say it's a fitness-related goal, right? Because that's a pretty tangible goal. Most people want to lose weight, go dry, whatever the case is, over the holidays. Track your progress. All right, if you're using if your goal is fitness related, take pictures. You're not even gonna notice it. All right, you're not gonna notice it the second day. You're not gonna notice it the third day. A few weeks into it, 4 weeks into it, 6 weeks into it, 8 weeks into it, you're gonna start seeing results. Or maybe use an app or use a journal. Whatever the case is, track your progress. Because every time you see that progress, right? We talk about progress is not like a staircase. We like to think progress is incremental every single day, 1% better, 1% better. It's actually not how it works. We just consistently make progress that is transparent to us, and then one day, all of a sudden, you notice it, or other people notice it, right? That's how it works. And focus on systems, not goals. So what do I mean by that? We talk a lot about being process-driven versus results-driven. If your process is your systems, your goals is your results. So you want to focus on your systems. What do I mean by that? Like I said, set a goal and then focus on the steps that are going to get you to that goal day in and day out, and stay consistent. Consistency is key. This isn't anything groundbreaking you've never heard before, right? But like I said, time is either not in your favor or 100% in your favor. If you just make it to Valentine's Day, you're doing better than 80% of the population. That's a lot of people, right? And it isn't sexy. Unfortunately, consistency just isn't sexy. It's boring. It's mundane. It's consistent. That's what we do. But you do the little things, small efforts, repeated over time, equal big results. Unless those small efforts is eating pizza, then it's probably not going to work for you. But small effort multiplied over time equals big results. All right. Again, bottom line, consistency is key. If you're hearing this at the gym, great. I'm proud of you. Keep going. If you're watching this on the couch, get off. Go do what you were going to do. And you know what? This is not a storybook. We are not superheroes. You're not. But if you're doing 90% of the work, pretty consistent, day in and day out, you're going to fall. You're going to miss days in the gym. You're going to forget to study. You're going to, whatever it is, right? If you set your goal, give yourself some grace. As long as you remain consistent, that deserves a reward, right? Reward your effort. Stay consistent, because I promise you, if you stay consistent, you're doing better than 90% of the people out there. Because that's the one thing that people fail. That is the difference between a professional and an amateur. An amateur does something till they get it right. A professional does something till they can't get it wrong. It's just that consistent effort over time. So, like I said, you got this. This is not rocket science. This is in your power to do. Go do it. If you're watching this on YouTube, big shout out to my boy at Axel Navaja for this fantastic YouTube video. And if you guys haven't checked it out, please go to beerandbayonets.com and go check out the wonderful work that our friends at BB Hill. Should have called BB Hill. Do you hate technology? Are you technologically declined? Are you part caveman? Don't be like me. Call BB Hill. This mouse. Swap face on life. Hey, thanks. Stay tuned. Love you guys.